Hi, Scorpio. Okay, welcome to this new year, Scorpio. Okay, so your yearly reading is so positive. I'm so happy for you. This is for January or whenever you arrive. Okay, so we chose a few different. I decided to choose from a few different decks just to switch it up. Yeah, welcome to this new year. Welcome to this space. All right, we're going to start with this one, which these are really funny to me. And I feel like this is so suiting with this snake here. It says, story of my life. I knew this is going to be good. It says, as I tell myself the story of what's happening in my life, I choose to make it the kind of story where even the tough parts have a sort of inner beauty. It's ultimately a happy story where every character, no matter how wicked, is doing their best. And let me tell you, it'll be worth it when I earn that Pulitzer Prize for the best inner monologue. Choosing to tell yourself a story about what's happening in your life, and you choose to make it the kind of story that is ultimately happy. Right? That's where we're starting here. This is where we're starting the new year. That is very mature. That is very mature, right? Love it. There's like strength and forgiveness. There's strength and understanding. Okay, let's move to the next energy. Open this up. Strength. Yep, that's right. And the Three of Wands. Cool, I like this combination. These little bits of red, right? These little bits of red. Perfect. Let me tune in a second. Scorpio. I feel like we have to open up the whole thing. It's like, I heard it's not fair to just look at it partially. It's like we have to look at the whole thing. Channel. Interesting. And manifest. Huh. And let's see your, excuse me. Let's see your animals. You see how it's like kind of funny. It's like it doesn't, oh, we're supposed to wait on we have to wait on that. But we wanted to see we wanted the whole thing, right? Well, it's Saturn time. I guess we ought to be patient. Right, let's be patient. With ourselves, with others, whatever you're trying to create, right? I like that this snake is giving a set of roses to this little mouse. That mouse has a, like a 3/4 length jacket on. Actually has a purse. I feel like it's a little lady mouse. And this is kind of like a gangsta snake. He's got his gold chain and his baseball cap. It's like someone's trying to go out of their way. I don't know, maybe for some, we're starting out this new year. Well, again, let's have this year ultimately be a happy story, right? And if there are tough parts, wherever that is, and especially coming again into this new year, if maybe somebody needs to, wants to give something, maybe it's trying something new in your nature too. You know what I mean? This is sort of untamable energy, but oh, your mother's mother. Your mother's mother? Your grandmother? When's the last time you said you're sorry to someone? Or like gave your condolences? Let's see. Yeah, this is creatively looking out into the world, out into your world. It's like expanding out. It's kind of like where the river goes into the sea. So this is like Aquarius, Pisces, that channel. Aquarius, Pisces. This could also be really strong faith in a person, right? In their soul and like really knowing something. Because I guess someone can look at situations with different eyes or realize that they can rearrange and make like rearrangements of things, sheddings of things, reestablishing, retelling stories of things. The language around it, it's one of your biggest lessons, being adjusted, you know, having Gemini be one of your adjustments is like, you know, well, it's recognizing your power of creation, which is that sort of masculine energy. It's like an initiative, right? Oh, here's an initiative. And then it's kind of like the feminine comes in to be like, okay, well, how it could, this is equaling a kind of allowance, right? To sort of help it grow. And then the action comes in again to be like, okay, this is the next step. And from there, then it flows. Then again, it's like ideas and action. Parrot, oh, look at that. Parrot spirit, and that little side is getting so tangled-dangled. Or stuck-a-doodled. We have parrot spirit and rhino spirit. So this is watch your words. Again, words are magic, right? And then this says overcome any obstacle. Rhinoceros, right? Parrot is watch your words. So I would pay attention to where you use repetitive language or kind of like unconscious things. You know, like people say things all the time because something else said it. Even when we're conscious of propaganda or influence or what have you, it's like we still, again, words are magic, right? This will at least let you know like what you're creating, because again, words, oh, I forgot to choose one of those for you. Hold on. Your opposite Taurus received this one, wisdom, which I would highly suggest watching. It's a really good mirror for you. Let's see, Scorpio. Learn about the power of the word. Scorpio. Can't rush it. You want to see? Scorpio, that one. Oh, we have two. Okay. So this card, well, I guess this is what happened. So it went this one and then this one. So this one here is the water from, I believe, a fountain in France. And there was no music, no particular words. It was just the vibration of the water itself created this shape, these shapes. And it's almost like there's the well, right? And look at the light. It's beautiful. And so this card is actually a healing card. It represents sort of, what I wrote on here was quiet. It's depths that are also cleansed. Appreciation. This is also love of the mother, or like love of the, because I kind of see these female family members also. So being quiet, being silent will also be helpful in, I guess, the creation process. Okay, now this card, this is beautiful. This card, Scorpio, is the word sun. S-U-N. Although I suppose it's, I forget what you call that, where a word is like weather and whether or not, and the weather is nice. It's like sun. When you say the word sun, the vibration of sun, you want to say that with me a few times? Sun. You're creating the water in your body is 70%, right? So they say, just like the earth. Makes sense that we would mirror that, where we would mirror where we are, right? The environment. So this is what the crystallization or shape that would be made emotionally within you when you say the word sun. Maybe that's why, like, well, I was just seeing it like, you know, in a lot of historical or like ancient texts, there would be like, so-and-so is the son of so-and-so, right? These are the sons of XYZ. But I think if we said things like son of a bee, right? Then that would kind of tweak this energy, because it's like positive, negative, right? So this can be used to cancel out energy that you don't want, to balance it. But remember, watch your words, because words create patterns, right? Oh, that one is so pretty. I want to see what number that is, just a second. Oh, sun is number 5. Taurus also received number 5. You're in the earth section. They were in the wisdom section. It says, without the sun, all life would end. Give thanks for the energy of the sun and its life-giving properties. Okay. That's also emphasizing, like, sun is creative energy. It's that Leo energy, right? Again, it's making the happy story. Because it could be like twice burned, twice shy, or like twice burned, twice pissed. But what you've already done that. Why you don't need to start the year in any kind of way like that. You're well, I see there's a lot of advancement here, awareness in a person, or like that. That's again, it's like taking one's what is a person's character made up of? Their intellect, their emotionality, and their will, right? To do, to create, to make action, take action. Again, that masculine sort of initiative. This is what a person does, what they know, and how they feel is going to represent their character. Right, what kind of character they are. And maybe this goes back into the story of your life. Perhaps, I don't know, you've been living your life as a character. You are a character in your own play, so maybe you want to define that a little bit differently now, or just make sure that you're not bringing, especially with the energy of your yearly reading, was so beautiful. And this, starting this out, is, you know, no need to define yourself by what, again, twice burned, twice shy, twice burned, twice pissed. It doesn't, it's forgiving, right? I choose to make my life the kind of story where even the tough parts have a sort of inner beauty. And that no matter what, whoever is in your play is doing your best. And it's also like, what have you learned from those people? You know, it's kind of like, this could be a, I'm sorry, but this also very much could be a, thank you. Right? A thank you. It's a, I understand. And there isn't like negative expectation about it. We talked about this before, right? To expect means to hope or to foresee. And this actually shows, I heard something about an ability to foresee or to envision, again, what you want in the future. I mean, sure, there's some things you can't do right now. There are some things that you're totally ready for. There's some things you're already doing and are expanding in. And all of these need your faith. This is like, I'm seeing like a trinity here. I don't know what alchemical symbol is, like the upside down triangle. Is that water? Oh, it's like the pyramid. It's like the upside down pyramid. You learn that through Pisces, right? Let's see. So channel, let's move on to this channel and manifest. Well, I guess to ride the channel, remember this has to be in the feminine energy. That's allowing something to be. Not trying to find the answer. It's like being in it. Once that place is settled, right, the waters aren't choppy or anything. You can see around, you know your feet, I see, can touch the ground. Then you start thinking about, what do we have here? We have, I guess it's kind of an Aries energy to me. And there's a dolphin, I think, a scarab, and this weird character, kind of weird bird, yellow bird. Because it's nice. This is like, again, it's like, I guess it's also knowing Taurus's reading will be really helpful, because this is understanding like the flow of something, right? The natural cycles of things. You change faster than the natural cycles of things. That's why life feels uncomfortable sometimes. Or things change faster than you want them to, because you're fixed energy. But that's why you look to, for instance, Libra on one side of you is cardinal and is about balance. It's air. And then you have Sagittarius, which is mutable. It's more, both of these have like a fluidity. They're willing to look at both sides of something, which again represents balance, and that's fire, right? Because your words are so powerful, you know. That's why I think most people are really, especially Scorpio suns, are or Platonic, you know, Plutonic kind of people are mysterious, because you can be really sort of, where you're so magical, it like shows on the outside when you're not even trying. But it's like when you do say something, it's really it's like an old wise man saying something, you know. Or you could think of yourself like that, where it's like, you know, okay, I was thinking about it today when I was coming back from running an errand this morning, and like how, you know, most parents, or my parents, you know, said that thing where it's like, okay, don't speak unless spoken to. And although to some people this seems like a restriction, but there's actually a lot of merit to that lesson, right? That lesson probably wasn't, it's not easily understood in that time because it's like a knowledge before the understanding, or before the enough experience to know what this other place that had more experience was talking about. But later on, it's just like, yeah, that's actually, again, a good lesson in a lot of ways, because if you wait and see what happens now and again, then you will know, again, the words people say, you take space from something and you'll find out who your real friends are. You'll find out who knows how to solve problems, or who is reliable, or who really cares about you, depending, again, what they talk about or what have you. You know what I mean? Because the act of giving, you're a very giving person, right? And to be able to own your mistakes too is so good for the ego, because to me, Scorpio is the most powerful of the zodiac, because it just is. And you can handle it, but that doesn't necessarily make it always easy. So again, as I tell myself the story of what's happening in my life, I choose it to make it ultimately a happy story. And the inner monologue is really beautiful because it shows self-reflection. It shows reflection. Like, even if you couldn't say there were people in the past, right? Again, we're starting with this new year. Let's put these other pieces in the right places, right? So there's more space, again, to create, right? And there's a better flow of this in and out energy, or this masculine, feminine, or the doing being, right? I would say look to I feel like a 5-year plan would be really helpful. I would also think strongly about now. About 6 months down the line, like your opposite season, May, Taurus season, that's also like you should have like a mile marker there, or something that you'd like to achieve, perhaps for some of you creatively, or maybe you think about, I don't know, like, what do you create because you're creating with your words really powerfully, but what is it also that you create silently? Or I guess creation is also in silence, because remember, you don't have to necessarily say the word sun. You could write it down on a piece of paper and never say it. It still exists. You could just spell it in your head, or say the word silently within, and you create this shape. Right, that goes to show the power of things, right? The power of you, really. The power of your communication. And because you are one of the most powerful, remember, there's these like really strong parts. It's like, it could be really, Scorpios, it can be aggressive, snake, yes. But it's also like, can be very passive, where it's like you blame yourself and you're the one always saying sorry when you didn't even do anything, but then forget to say sorry when you do. It's like, again, it's finding, or this is people that are around you. I mean, it's all reflecting back, but the point is what you want is this in-between space, which is assertiveness, right? Because that's going to make whatever this doing, etc., have more of a flow by Because I guess when one asserts oneself, they put themselves in the scenario. And they can make things happen from that place, or they can, or at time, which is needed sometimes, but then other times it's like allowing. And here's another scarab, like in this card. This card says the magic that works through you, right? Creation that works through you. And then what do we have? Watch and wait. And this giraffe seeing the big picture here, right? Frog, clear out the clutter. And spider, here's your energy, making your dreams become a reality. Which was, we talked about this on Patreon too, on that Taurus full moon. You know, it was like, that's making dreams reality. And maybe that is for some of you, like what's happening here, you know. Wherever Leo's house is, your third house, that's highlighted. Also, where's your creative space in your house? You want to ensure you have like good pathways in your home too, or like where you are. Pay attention when things get too tight in the edges. You're safe enough now to come out and like show yourself too. Your yearly reading again talked a lot about this. Like you're supposed to be out in the light this time. I mean, you have to go in, of course, because that's you. You're nocturnal. But this year is very much showing your power in a way, speaking your mind, but just being conscious of, like, again, how powerful you are, because you really can create some magical things. And I know, well, we don't have to talk about, again, what you did, whatever wasn't a happy story in the past. Now it's looking at it in this way. And if there's anything you're hung up on in your heart, what have you, that you haven't talked about, it's like, maybe you just have that conversation. Even pretend that person is in front of you if it's not something that's like healthy or you're able to go back to, so that you can get it out of the way, because this year is a year of success for you. Okay? Scorpio. Yes. Yes, indeed. Earn that Pulitzer Prize for the best in a monologue, and the most successful life that you, whatever you deem a successful life to be. Scorpio. Oh, I love you so much. Thank you for being a part of this space. Thank you for, being in this life. Wishing you the best, happiest new year. And I'll talk to you next time. Peace out.